Welcome to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. This is a place where driven, determined coaches learn how to get off the business growth struggle bus and learn how to build a wildly profitable online coaching business. I'm your host, Allison Henderson, corporate dropout to six-figure social media business coach. I'm going to show you how I've been able to create the business of my dreams organically, all through utilizing my social media platforms. So pull up a seat, take some notes, and get ready to see your life and bank account transform. Hello, and welcome back to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. This week has been so busy for me. This is all my own fault. But at the beginning of this week, my husband and I went to Austin, Texas for a little vacay without the kids. We haven't done that in so long. So we went away for a few days, and then I jam-packed the rest of my week with like client calls and some random stuff. So I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did this to myself. So that's why you're getting this episode so late on a Friday. So if you are somebody who listens to my episode like right when they come out, sorry, I just had one of those weeks. So at least I'm here. I'm getting it out. But yeah, I want to tell you about my trip to Texas a little bit. I've never been to Austin. I've been to Texas one other time before, so I don't have like much, I guess I didn't have much of an opinion on it, but it was really nice. I guess luckily or unfortunately, I don't really know. Fortunately, it wasn't crazy hot there when we went. It was kind of rainy and drizzly and like a high of 60. So we just kind of walked around, ate, drank, just chilled in the hotel room. We did go to Joe Rogan's Comedy Club. It's in downtown Austin. I don't know when it opened, but it's been out for a while. And so a lot of comedians have moved down to Austin over the past few years. And yeah, it was really nice. The comedians that we saw were like a little meh, but it was nice. I'm so happy we went. And yeah, on the last day, luckily, we were able to sit poolside for a little bit and chill until our plane came later that day. But it was just nice to get away. So if you haven't done that with your husband or your spouse in a while, like go pick a little vacay for you too. It was just nice to like actually have a conversation without getting interrupted 100 times. Feel me on that? But yeah, overall, it was nice to get away. However, like I said, I overbooked myself when I got back, but hey, I made it through. I'm here. I recorded my podcast episode, and yeah, I look forward to this week, which is actually Thanksgiving here in the States. I'm really looking forward to having a full week off. I have no client calls, and I'm just looking forward to numbing out a bit and maybe doing some house projects and some online shopping, which this will lead me into what I want to tell you about is I am offering a couple, maybe a few, maybe three. I'm not sure. I'm offering a few one-on-one opportunities with me for my Black Friday offers. Okay. So DM me on Instagram if you want to know what they are. So literally you can just DM me and just say Black Friday or BF. Okay. Whatever you want to send me. And I'll send you over what I have. So these one-on-one offers are limited availability. Just so you know, I'm capping it at 8 people only. So if you have been dying to work with me over the past year and you want a discount, now is your time. I know I already told you in the past episode or two that my one-on-one offer is going up next year. So if this is something that you're interested in, please get on it. Okay. All right. So let's get into this week's episode. Today's topic is big fears, or maybe even some micro fears that are sabotaging your success and how to overcome them. I came up with a list of 10 that I felt were some of the biggest ones that most of my clients struggle with the most. Okay. So you feel like a fraud. That's usually the first one, right? You feel like a fraud and you feel like someone's going to find you out. So like imposter syndrome at its finest. Number 2, looking stupid. Number 3, people will think that you're just taking their money. Number 4, what if no one buys this or no one signs up? Number 5, no one can afford this. Number 6, what if no one likes my posts? Ugh, I hear that one all the time. Number 7, I'm going to get canceled. I'm going to get canceled if I post this. Number 8, what if I can't get my clients the results that I promised? Number 9, fear of people. And number 10, the fear of failure or the fear of success. All right, so I'm going to go through each of these and give you some ways that you can overcome them. So yeah, get your big girl pants on because we're going to go deep in some of the mindset work today. All right. All right, so let's start with that fear of being a fraud. Okay. Like someone's going to find you out. Once again, this is classic imposter syndrome and almost everybody experiences this. Okay. I feel like if you don't have this, like something's kind of wrong with you. Okay. However, even with that being said, it can cripple you and completely stop you from moving forward. People think that they need more certifications, more education, like degrees or whatever. But really, they just need more experience and more confidence, okay? They need to take messy action and power through this fear, okay? So even with having a lot of experience, people can get so side railed by having one bad client or somebody that just like completely shares with you how they don't like what you do or something, right? And then like this could lead to like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing this anymore. Maybe my methods don't work. Maybe I suck and I shouldn't be doing this anymore, right? Like you just go down this downward spiral of like why you suck so much, right? And you can't let one bad client or one client who didn't get results or just maybe didn't do the work completely stop you from going after your dreams or giving up on your career. All right. That's not going to happen. Not on my watch, sister. Okay. Get out of your head and realize that you're amazing. And having some bad clients in business is just going to happen. You can't win them all. You're not going to have dream clients every single time. And if you are feeling like I need more experience, then please coach people. All right. Coach people for free or offer some discounts. Okay. Do whatever you got to do to build up your experience and your confidence within yourself as a coach. Okay. I remember my first pro bono client. Her name was actually Carolyn. I still have our text message conversation. We had a 60-minute call. And I felt like the call went well, right? Like, it was one of my first calls ever as coaching somebody. And this was at a point where I was just doing life coaching. But immediately after, she sent me the most amazing message that really changed how I viewed myself as a coach. And she just said, "You're an awesome coach." It was the one line I needed to keep booking more calls. And I had like over 20 calls with strangers that month. And it really just helped me practice and get better at this whole coaching thing. All right. Like it's necessary to practice. All right. So number 2. You have this fear of looking stupid. Well, here's the thing. You might look kind of silly at first. All right. You are doing things you've never done before. Also, your friends and family don't really know this version of you. So you coming on social media and doing weird things like on a camera might be surprising to them and it might be weird, but you aren't building a business for them. So there will be some level of you evolving into the coach or that consultant that you do see for yourself. It won't always be like cute and pretty. All right. There may be some cringy moments that you aren't proud of. And when you look back 2 years from now, you might be like, I cannot believe I did that. So my first videos were a little meh, a little cringy. I didn't sound like I do today. It took me some time to evolve into a more natural version of myself. I was willing to take messy action though. I was willing to look stupid. All right. So one thing I want you to remember, and always remember this, people really are only thinking of themselves. So they might judge you for like a few seconds, maybe a minute. All right. And then they're going to move on to the next person to judge. Okay. So don't take it personally. Yes, you might look a little cringy and a little weird, might look a little stupid, but it's just a part of you starting out as a new coach. All right. So let's go into number 3. The fear of thinking people will think you are just taking their money. I know you can't see me right now, but I'm definitely rolling my eyes. Okay. You own a business, girl. It costs money to work with you. Okay. You help people get a result. You help people solve a big problem in their life. All right. As long as you deliver and help people as much as you can, you're going to be just fine. No one's going to come to you being like, you're just taking my money. All right. And when it becomes, I guess, not right, or when it feels weird in your system of like, oh, I just feel like I'm just taking their money, is when you don't deliver on the services provided. And that's when, everything does feel out of integrity. Okay. And that's not okay in my book. I want you feeling good about your coaching containers and that sort of stuff. Okay. So I'm not saying everyone will get results in your coaching container, but as long as you've tried and you tried your best and deep down in your soul, it's likely not a you problem, right? Then you're not taking anything from anybody, okay? I like to believe that I'm not taking anything from anybody. I'm giving them so much when they work with me, okay? Money is just an energy exchange. You've probably heard that before, okay? And it's needed in order for both of us in the coaching container to take it seriously and to move forward every single day, okay? Money puts fire under your butt, and you know that. And it gives you that push you need to really level up, take action, and make some moves. Sometimes you got to put some skin in the game, right? To take something more seriously. And I hate to say this, but if my coaching containers were all free, you would never probably take it seriously or show up to the calls or even watch the modules or anything. You probably have gotten a free course before and you probably didn't even finish it, right? We've all done that before. All right. So I do have a thought though. I do have a memory, I guess I should say, a memory. When I first bought my first car, okay? This is the car that your parents didn't pay for, you know what I mean? The one that you first bought. I remember I really took care of that car, like way, way more than the car that my parents took. And guess what? It's because I was paying for it every single month. And so that memory really popped up for me of like something that was like one of the first things where I was like, this is mine. I really need to take it seriously. And because I'm paying for it, I'm going to do that. Right. I'm going to treat this like my precious little thing. All right. So we all have something like that. Oh, anyway, let's go into number 4. What if no one buys it? No one buys your coaching program or no one signs up. Okay. I don't actually know a coach who hasn't failed in a launch before. I feel like everybody has some sort of failed launch story. All right. It still happens even to successful coaches. I got an email today from a coach that I'm on her email list, and I have bought courses from her before. And she was like, I failed at this launch. I was like, oh, it's okay. Like, so she had a really nice email about it. It was kind of funny, but, yeah, people still fail at launches. It happens. So I want you to ask yourself, though, like, what if nobody actually signs up? Like, what's the worst that is going to happen? Okay. Or what if only one person signs up for like maybe even a group program? Because I know a lot of that's like a big fear of people. So like, well, what if nobody besides one person comes? All right. So are you prepared to handle this? All right. You still have to give it your all. You still have to sell the crap out of your programs. Okay. You got to sell through that finish line. I like saying that. I love saying that. Sell through the finish line. All right. Sell through the date that you promised that you'd sell it through. Okay. And most people do sign up a couple days right before the program starts, or even the day of. That has happened to me so many times. All right. Of course, we wish people, like, you want that validation. You want that satisfaction that people want this like right away, but that might not happen. All right. So you got to sell through the finish line. And you can't let that fear of nobody's going to sign up for this, or what if only one person signs up for this? All right. You can't let that get in the way. Okay. You got to keep taking action. Eventually it just hits and you'll go, why was I so worried about this to begin with? Okay. All right. So number 5, no one can afford this. Like, not one single person can afford your coaching program. Oh, give me a break. Okay. Give me a break. I hear this all the time, and I'm actually really over it. I'm lit up about this one. All right. Number 5, you're lighting me up. All right. So this is a huge excuse. People are buying. All right. People still have money coming in, even in recessions. All right. People still buy during recessions. And I choose to stay out of people's bank accounts. I choose to believe that people still have money that I can't even see. The reality is you probably have money mindset issues like your own, okay? And you're projecting that onto your audience. So we got to clean this up, all right? Clean this up. And as far as effort, yes, you might have to sell more than you usually do, all right? Yes, you might have to put more effort into this. Yes, you might need to really improve your content and your sales messaging, all right? Yes, there's more people out there right now doing exactly what you're doing more than ever, all right? But people still have money, all right? Give them a good reason to invest it with you. All right. And then they're going to buy. Most importantly, stop thinking people don't have money overall. Okay. You'll never grow your business if you keep saying that or keep thinking that about people. All right. Reframe these negative thoughts and do whatever you got to do to start believing that the people that want to work with you right now are coming into your world. Okay. They're really excited to invest their money with you. All right. Number 6. What if no one likes my posts? Like, what if no one's viewing my stories? Like, the whole algorithm thing, this is also a big eye roll for me, where I'm like, but your 6-figure self, 7-figure self, whoever like you see for yourself in the future, she doesn't care about the algorithm. All right. And guess what? You can't control the algorithm. It is a trash thought to keep pondering on this. I know you love that dopamine hit from the likes and the comments. So keep growing your audience, keep posting. This is the thing. And I know this for a fact. Clients come out of nowhere. All right. It is your job to still show up, even if you feel like no one is watching or paying attention. And the weird thing is, you have silent lurkers, like those hidden observers that you just can't see right now. And these are the ones that come out of nowhere. They come out randomly and they just end up buying. Okay. So that is why it is so important to show up and stay consistent. You got to push through that awkward phase of no one likes my post. Okay. Keep showing up for the few people who are watching. And I'm going to end this with act as if you had the likes and the followers that you want now. All right. It's going to happen eventually. All right. It could happen actually really, really fast. So how would you show up right now if you had, say, like 10K followers or 100 likes on every single one of your posts? All right. So show up, babe. You got to show up. You can't keep worrying about the algorithm and the number of likes. All right. And next, this one's also a real doozy, and I get it all the time. And it's number 7, the fear of getting canceled. Let me just start with saying no, it's probably not going to happen to you. No offense. All right. It's not going to happen unless you're just like this like mega coach, which you're probably not listening if you're at that point in your business where you have like thousands of followers and you're like making millions. All right. So, I mean, chill out. Okay. Chill out. You're probably like, Allison, you're being so mean today. Yeah, maybe I am a little bit. All right. But chill out. No one's going to cancel you. All right. Yes, there might be some people that disagree with you. Yes, you might get some trolls on your post or maybe even a DM or two that's like, I don't agree with your opinion on something, right? But people are allowed to have opinions. People are allowed to share some mean things on social media, like even though they shouldn't, but they're allowed to do that. All right. Doesn't make it right, but they can. Right. And it doesn't mean that you need to engage with it or even make it mean anything about you. And I'm not saying it's not going to hurt your feelings, but guess what? You can handle it. You're going to be totally fine. You're going to be okay. And once again, though, you're likely not going to get canceled. Okay. You could even ask yourself too, though, like what would happen if you did get canceled in some way or another? Like, how would you handle it? How would you handle it? And guess what? You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Everybody's going to be fine. All right. Number 8, and this is a big fear. What if I can't get my clients the results that I promised? And I kind of talked about this earlier. I know you're a really good coach. You likely know you're a really good coach. And you would do everything or anything you could do to help your clients achieve the results that they want, right? Right? You would. You aren't going to leave them high and dry. If this does happen, troubleshoot, ask them some hard questions, get down to the root cause of why they aren't doing the work or taking action. It's likely not a you problem, but you likely know why they aren't where they want to be yet. And if you don't, though, that's usually where the problem is. You're like, why aren't they getting results? Why aren't they? It's like, so then you would have to ask them some harder questions and like do some hard coaching and really like actually ask them, like, I see that you're not getting it. Like, if you could be honest with yourself, what's stopping you from doing the work? All right. And every client that I have worked with, I've always known why they haven't hit that level of success yet. Okay. And I do my best to share with them the reasoning because they need to know, right? Hard coaching is necessary when they can't see what's blocking them. And because you're a really good coach, you'll need to share their blocks and what you see. Okay. It's important that I say that because you want them leaving your coaching container, really understanding why they didn't get the results and what they could do, though, moving forward. And this is why I think a lot of coaches do have maintenance packages or like they continue working with their clients because they still haven't achieved the results that they want to achieve yet. It's usually, once again, not the coach's fault. So anywho, I just like to say that it's usually not your fault. But yeah, you got to do some hard coaching if they're still not where they want to be yet. All right, number 9. The fear of people. All right. This is a big one too. Yeah. Some people can really, really suck, right? And the internet just really has a pool of people that really just make it so hard to want to show up on social media, right? But most people are really good. I do believe that most people are good people. Okay. And the thing you need to realize is that money is coming from, well, people. Remember? Money comes from people. So if you don't like people, you're going to have a really hard time building a really profitable business. The internet is weird. Okay. People can say anything without big consequences. People can hurt your feelings without even intending to really hurt your feelings, to be honest, right? Because they're just wording something down or they comment something or they DM you something that just doesn't actually hit right. You know what I mean? But you really just need to fall in love with helping people and talking to people and really getting out of that shell when it comes to communicating with humans. Okay. They are the lifeline of your business. All right. Number 10, fear of failure or even the fear of success. They're kind of similar to me. Okay. And the only way you're going to fail is if you actually just completely give up or not show up or do anything. All right. If you're struggling with that though, seek help. Okay. Get the help that you need to help you through your business journey. And I know I can't do this alone. It is so nice having support and I don't want to go through downward spirals alone. Right. Or like when I had those thoughts of like, I'm burning my business down today. I like having the help. Okay. However, there is this thing called a fear of success, which a lot of people don't really talk about. Failure seems to be easy to talk about, but what if I become so successful, I can't handle it? What if so many people are joining my programs and I can't keep up, right? So I've seen this happen in the industry where people aren't really ready for that level of success. And emotionally, it's really hard for them. And not saying that you're going to like crash and burn by any means, but emotionally, it is hard to carry a large group of people if you've never done it before. And I know a lot of people are like, I want 10 clients a month, or I want 10 people to join this program. I'm like, okay, but like, could you emotionally handle 10 people right now joining this program or like 100 people, right? And that's why I feel it's so important to get experience and really be a good coach. And then you can start doing more of like the group programs and that sort of stuff. And once again, having a coach help you through that is really beneficial. All right. But you're going to be okay. Okay. Worry about this when the time comes. That's always what I say. I'm like, I know you want to like prepare for it now, but like worry about this when the time comes, but you'll be able to handle it. You're so much stronger and more capable than you think. All right. And I choose to believe that I have the exact amount of clients I'm supposed to have in this exact moment. And the amount is perfect for my soul and what I can emotionally handle right now. All right. So when I'm ready for more, I'll be ready for more. All right. So I want you to believe that as well. And if for some reason you are blessed with more, there is a reason and a lesson to learn there. Okay. Everything is always happening for you, right? Not to you. You've probably heard me say that before. I think it's so important. It's like, I know there's always lessons to learn to help me evolve as a coach and as a human being. Okay. All right. So let me recap here. Feeling like a fraud. All right. Like someone's going to find you out, which guys, it's not going to happen. All right. So keep moving forward, keep selling. Number 2, looking stupid. Yeah, that might happen, but you're going to be fine. All right. You're going to be fine. Number 3, people will think you're just taking their money. All right. When you're choosing to believe that you are not taking anything, you're giving them so much more by them getting coached by you. Number 4, what if no one buys it or signs up? What if, right? It's not going to be the end of the world. You're going to be fine. Number 5, no one can afford this. That is absolutely 100% not true. There's people out there spending money right now. All right. Number 6, what if no one likes my posts? You got to show up for the people that are silent lurkers or the people that are going to come out of nowhere and buy your offer today. Okay. So keep showing up. Don't worry about the algorithm. Don't worry about the number of likes. Okay. Number 7, I'm going to get canceled. This is not going to happen. So I'm just going to say that it's not going to happen. That's it. Number 8, what if I can't get my clients the results I promised? You're going to help your clients to the best of your ability. Because you're a really good coach, you're going to do anything in your power to make sure that they come out of your coaching container happy and they get the results that they're looking for. Okay. Number 9, the fear of people. Well, we have to get over this because guess where money comes from? Money comes from people. All right. Number 10, the fear of failure or the fear of success. Well, guess what? You're not going to give up. And if you do get really successful really fast, you're going to be able to handle it. All right. I know you're so capable of that. All right, guys, that was it. These are your big fears that are sabotaging your success. So hopefully you're leaving this episode with some big mindset shifts or even just some little mindset shifts. And yeah, now you're going to show up. You're going to keep taking action, keep taking messy action, and you're going to make some money. All right. So that is it that I have for you today. And one last little plug for my Black Friday offers. If you are interested, please send me a DM. Remember, this is limited availability. So if you have been wanting to work with me, this is the time. So send me a DM. And these are available until November 30th. All right. So thank you all for listening this week. And I will see you all next week. And if anybody is celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Ambitious Coach podcast today. A couple favors before you go. If you found this episode helpful, please take a screenshot and share it on Instagram. Most importantly, don't forget to tag me at Allison Henderson _coach. That's ALLISON Henderson_coach. And lastly, please take a minute to rate this episode and leave a raving review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you tune in to listen. Okay, ambition is great, but it's time to get to work. Take action and commit to being 1% better every day. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you again next week.